Hello again, everyone, and I'm now being joined with Brian Ernst, who is the chair of the Board of Elections, and we're going to talk about the process and the experience, if I can phrase it that way, of voting.
Sure.
I read that the turnout for this election has actually been double of the previous election. Is that correct?
Well, we're not quite to double yet,
Okay.
but we're getting there. I think based on people dropping off ballots today, voting today, we'll probably get to double from our previous count. Is my guess. Yeah.
But we can easily say that we've definitely passed.
We have far exceeded turnout from the 2017 election or the 2015 election.
Okay, and that's terrific.
Yeah.
What does that now? How does that actually translate to the amount of work that has to be done in preparation for?
You know, it's a hard question because there's so many differences this year to previous years. So for us, the amount of work has changed significantly. Not just the number of ballots, but just preparing an election in the current environment. There's a lot of firsts for Takoma Park this year that we haven't had in our previous election. So this is the first time that we've synchronized our election with the same year as the presidential and the state election. So previously we were on odd years, 2015, 2017. This is the first time we're at the same time as a presidential election. So there's a lot more voter interest because they know the elections are happening because of the broader environment. Mm-hmm. It's also the first time that we did a vote by mail election. So we mailed every registered voter in the city a ballot. We haven't done that before either. And then, of course, I mean, it's the first time that we've tried to hold an election in the COVID-19 pandemic environment that we have today.
Mm-hmm. And was the pandemic a inspiration for all of these firsts? Was there another discussion, or was there feedback from the community that kind of prompted these new changes, additions, and transitions?
The pandemic was the main reason for the vote by mail decision. We wanted to make sure everybody could vote at home safely, did not feel uncomfortable coming into a space on election day if they did not want to. So that really was the rationale for why we're doing vote by mail this year. Now, of course, we're still here on election day because we have to provide an option for people who need to vote in person on election day in case their ballot was lost, in case they didn't get it. In case they need to register, we have same-day registration in Takoma Park. So people, if they want to come vote today and they're not registered, they can still come out here and they can register and vote today. So we have just today, and we're doing it outdoors for safety reasons. We're very lucky that it's a nice day out, and so all of those decisions were really driven by the pandemic itself.
Can you take us through what we have today? What can a voter expect? What's the process?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you can see down the parking lot this way.
Yes.
We have voters either in their cars or pedestrians. They can walk in or drive in. We have tents set up with spaces for people to either stay in their vehicle, so they don't need to leave their vehicle at all, and we will check them in and get them a ballot, and they can fill it out and then drop it off on their way out of the parking lot. So everything stays out here in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. And people can stay in their cars. If somebody wants to walk in, they can do that too.
Okay. And from what I've been seeing so far, it's a pretty quick process. I haven't really seen anybody linger or be here for too long. Has that been a part of the plan to kind of get people in and out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we don't want traffic backing up at all, so we're trying to be as quick with getting people through. For most voters, it is a very fast process. You're in the voter register, we look up your name and check you in, and you get your ballot, and you're on your way. So It's been very smooth so far, and we're hoping it will continue for that the rest of the day.
And you all started this morning at 7 a.m.
That's correct.
And you're going to be going until 8 p.m. tonight.
Yes, so we're here from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. and anybody who's in line at 8 p.m. will be able to vote. So if there's a long line at 8 o'clock and you get in it, you will still be allowed to vote, even if it takes you a while to get all the way to the front.
Okay. And once a person comes and votes, what happens after that?
Sure. So what happens after that is also a little different this year. Because we have lots of ballots in the mail, we are accepting any ballot that was postmarked on election day. So postmarked today, you put it in the mail today, and then if it arrives later, it's still going to be counted. But that means we were not going to have a final result for a few days because we're waiting for more ballots to come in from people that have put them in the mail. And so what happens today is after the polls close and all the voters have come through, we will release a preliminary result with the ballots that we have already been able to scan and work with. That's not going to be all of them, it will be some of them. And so we'll release those partial results tonight so that people know at least like the first step of where we are. And then every day we'll update those as we were able to process more ballots that we've received. With so many ballots, we're very excited about how many people have voted, but it takes us more time to get through them all. So we can't get results out as quickly as we have before.
Okay. And as far as the process for you personally, has this been overwhelming? Has it been smooth sailing? How have you felt going through this?
It has been very exciting. It's been a lot of work. The Board of Elections is an all-volunteer board, and so we're all taking time out of our other things to do this. City staff have been very helpful. We have city staff that are dedicated to this and spending a lot of time. But it has been a lot of work for everyone. We're just excited to see that so many people are voting and coming out for the election.
Well, there you have it. The polling place will be open until 8 p.m. tonight. If you haven't voted yet, please come on down.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
We'll be here.